Hello everyone, myself Pravin Singh, faculty at KSG History, Art and Culture. I am very much sure that you must have seen my videos with Khan sir when we were discussing in important topics in our program PT Sala. So yes, this session is about question answer discussions that UPSC has asked in this year's Civil Services Preliminary Exam. So now, let me first share the screen and then start our session. Yeah. Yes, dear. So see here. Firstly, I would keep this year's history and culture related questions in a moderate category. Not so tough, not so easy. Moderate category is the best answer. Okay, sir, this question is tough or easy or moderate. The answer is moderate. Now, the second, as you are watching on the screen, that the total number of questions that came from Indian history and as well as art and culture is 16. 16. Please wait here. Yeah. See here. 16 question, total number of questions 16. From modern India, UPSC has asked 7 questions, and from art and culture segment, 6. Medieval India, we can say 1 question, but not exactly from the political history. This question is also related with what? The cultural history. And then 2 pure political question coming from the ancient Indian history. So our analysis part is what? 7 question from the modern India, and this also, if I am putting here, then 7 question from art and culture, and then 2 question from the ancient India's political history. Now, in PT Sala and in my classroom, I have discussed so many times that this year you may expect a question from the Harappan civilization. UPSC has asked that. Then in the PT Sala or in the first class of the PT Sala, when we were discussing of art and culture segment with answer, at that time I told that UPSC is in deep love with few important areas. One is the UNESCO's World Heritage Site or UNESCO's World Heritage List associated with India. UPSC has maintained that trend as well. 1 question this year UPSC has asked from UNESCO related list. Then Buddha, Jaina, Bhakti, Sufi, and social and religious reform movement, including the removal of untouchability program. Once again, UPSC has maintained this trend, and this year UPSC has asked near about 3 questions related to our social and religious reform movement and the removal of untouchability campaign or program. Now, in the PT Sala, I have discussed that Belgaum session of the Indian National Congress is in news because of completion of 100 years. So we may expect a question from the important session of the Indian National Congress, including the important movements of Mahatma Gandhi. And this year, UPSC has asked 4 questions directly or indirectly from Mahatma Gandhi and 1 clear-cut question from the important session of the Indian National Congress, that is 1920, Nagpur session. So now students coming directly where to the questions that UPSC has asked this year's preliminary exam. Yeah, the first question, sedition has become my religion, was the famous statement given by Gandhiji at the time of. See, if suppose here the option is non-cooperation movement or just after non-cooperation movement, then the most appropriate answer would be the non-cooperation movement or just at the end of the non-cooperation movement. So we don't have such type of option here. So for this, our answer is this one. Publicly violating salt law at Dandi. So when Mahatma Gandhi on 6th of April 1930 reached Dandi and broke or violated the salt law, discriminatory exploitative salt law of 1882, at that time he said what? That sedition has become my religion. Before that, in 1922, Mahatma Gandhi also said this statement as well, but we don't have such options. So here answer is B. Now coming on to the question number 2. Famous female figurine known as dancing girl found at Mohenjo-daro is made of. It's an easy question, and in my class I have discussed this question so many times. Bronze dancing girl found at Mohenjo-daro. Yes, now question number 3. Who provided legal defense to the people arrested in the aftermath of Chauri Chaura incident? This question is a bit tough one. But if you will apply your common sense, then you will be in a position to answer this question. See, Chauri Chaura is a place, a village near Gorakhpur, and because of this Chauri Chaura incident, Mahatma Gandhi ended the non-cooperation movement. The people who were involved in this incident were arrested by the police, and they had to face a trial. Now, the question is, who provided legal defense to the people arrested in the aftermath of Chauri Chaura incident? To just apply your common sense, Muhammad Ali Jinnah can't be the answer. Why? Because Muhammad Ali Jinnah had already left the Indian National Congress. C.R. Das, Chittaranjan Das. See, but first, where is Chauri Chaura? It is in Uttar Pradesh, United Province. At that time, it was called United Province. C.R. Das, Bengali Babu. He was already in jail. So it means C.R. Das can't be the answer. Saifuddin Kichlu, he was from Punjab. Now, the Madan Mohan Malviya, the founder of the Banaras Hindu University, he was from United Province. So by applying your common sense, you can answer what? This question also. So here answer is B, Madan Mohan Malviya and Krishna Kant. Subsequent to which one of the following events, Gandhiji, who consistently opposed untouchability and appealed for its eradication from all spheres, decided to include the upliftment of Harijans in his political and social programs? This question directly came from our classroom coaching. Here the answer is Pune Pact. You know, Pune Pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Baba Saheb Ambedkar on 24th of September 1932. And just after that, in the same month, that is in September 1932, Mahatma Gandhi formed All India Anti-Untouchability League, also known as Harijan Sevak Sangh. And the basic purpose of this association was to remove, was to abolish, was to eradicate the untouchability. So after the Pune Pact, Mahatma Gandhi mainly focused where? On the eradication of untouchability. And for that, you know, that for the time being, Mahatma Gandhi suspended the civil disobedience movement as well. So here answer is Pune Pact. Now coming on to the question number 5. Consider the following fruits: papaya, pineapple, and guava. Who introduced this in 16th and 17th century? This questions also coming directly from my classroom. In the classroom, when I was discussing the topic advent of the European companies, under that I discussed the Portuguese. And you know, Portuguese in India brought so many agrarian products, including tobacco, maize, papaya, pineapple, guava. So here, all of the three introduced in India by the Portuguese in 16th and 17th centuries. Now coming on to the question number 8. Here, this question here, question number 8, is also came directly from my classroom. Who among the following was the founder of self-respect movement? Answer is E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, popularly known as Periyar. I discussed this when I was covering the topic, the social and religious reform movement, and then the removal of untouchability program. Periyar, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, he was from the Madras, popularly known as Periyar, and he also published the magazine Kudiyarsu, and he started self-respect movement. The basic purpose of this movement was to remove untouchability. Now from here, coming on to the question number 71. This is the set D. I think that you all are seeing on the screen, set D. Consider the following statement about Raja Ram Mohan Roy. This question directly came from classroom. Raja Ram Mohan Roy possessed great love and respect for the traditional philosophical system of the East. You know, I have discussed this point that Ram Mohan Roy's many ideas were based, inspired by the Upanishad. He translated so many Upanishad from Sanskrit to Bangla. So this, from this statement or from this fact, what we can say, yes, he possessed great love and respect for the traditional philosophical system of the East. The first is correct. Second is also correct. He desired his countrymen to accept the rational and scientific approach and the principle of human dignity and social equality of all men and women. So here our answer is both are correct, both 1 and 2. Now coming on to the question number 72. Consider the following subject with regard to non-cooperation program. This question, my dear, once again directly came from my classroom. Non-cooperation program, boycott of law code, foreign cloth, yes. Observance of strict non-violence, yes. Retention of title and honors without using them in public, no. One program was to surrender the title. Mahatma Gandhi, you already knew he surrendered what? His title of Kaisar-e-Hind and so many awards that he received in South Africa. Julu War Medal, all these things he surrendered. So this one is what? Wrong. Then establishment of panchayat for settling dispute. This is correct. So here answer is 1, 3 and 4. It means only 3. Only 3. Now coming on to the question number 73. Irrigation device called Arghat. Once again, this question is from my classroom. Arghat. It was a kind of what? A lever system, a mechanical device that was used to uplift water from the well. And the first book which mentioned the term Arghat was Gatha Saptasati, written by a Satvahana ruler, Hala. So what was basically Arghat? Arghat was used in irrigation. But what was this Arghat all about? So it was a large wheel with earthen pots tied to the outer end of its spokes. Those students who were present in my classroom while discussing this arghat, I also saw them the image of the arghat, ki how this arghat actually works. So here answer is the B. Now coming on to the question number 74. Once again, Mat Vilas, Vichitra Chit and Gunbhar or Gunbhar. This question directly coming from my classroom. And the name the ruler whose title was Mat Vilas Vichitra Chit Gunbhar. Answer is the Pallava ruler Mahendra Varman first. I discussed this thoroughly in my classroom. Mat Vilas. The Mahendra Varman, he wrote a book in Sanskrit, Mat Vilas Prahasan. And in that book, he called himself as what? Drunken sporter or Mat Vilas. Question number 75, directly coming from the classroom. Fahiyan, the Chinese pilgrim, traveled to India during the reign of the Gupta ruler Chandragupta II Vikramaditya in the first decade of the 5th century AD. First decade of the 5th century AD, Fahiyan visited India, a Buddhist monk who wrote a book, Fokyoki. Now, coming on to this question number 76. Once again, this question is from my classroom. Who among the following led a successful military campaign against the kingdom of Sri Vijay, the powerful maritime state which ruled Malay Peninsula, Sumatra, Java, and the neighboring islands? It's a simple one. Answer is Rajendra Chola. The Rajendra Chola possessed mighty, powerful navy. Sent his navy where? In Southeast Asia, Sumatra, Java, and the Malaya Peninsula. Defeated the ruler of Sri Vijay, Sangram Vijayatung Varman. And to celebrate this victory, what Rajendra Chola did, he took the title of Kadaram Konda. Kadaram Konda. That is conqueror of Malaya. To this point, I have discussed thoroughly in my classroom. Then coming on to the question number question number 77. This is about basically about the Mahajanpadas. With reference to ancient India, consider the following pairs. Asmak. So on one hand side, we have the name of the Mahajanpada, and on the other hand side, river flowing in the region. Asmak, only Mahajanpada located in the Maharashtra or Deccan. It was in the Godavari River Valley, correct? Kamboja. When I was discussing this Mahajanpada Kamboja, then at that time I discussed that it was basically located in Jammu and Kashmir. And now just apply your common sense with what with this river, Vipasa or Vyas. You know, Vyas river originates where? So Vyas river originates in Himachal Pradesh and flows Himachal, then Punjab, and merge with Satluj river. So it means Vipasa or Vyas river was not in the territory of the Kamboja. Kamboja was basically in Jammu and Kashmir, and Vyas or Vipas river was not in Jammu and Kashmir. So this one is wrong. Avanti, that is western part of MP, Malwa. And in Malwa region, we don't have Mahanadi. Rather, Avanti, capital Ujjain, was located on the bank of Sipra river. So this 3 is also wrong, 2 is also wrong. Now coming on to the Koshala. Shravasti, capital Shravasti, Then we have important cities, Saket or Ayodhya. Clear? So the Kosala, in the Kosala region, we have a river, Saryu. So first is correct and the fourth one is the correct. So here, what should be the answer? Only two. Now, next one, that is question number 78. Question number 78. The first Gandharva Mahavidyalaya, a music training school, was set up in 1901 by Vishnu Digambar Paluskar. Once again, this question directly coming from my own notes that I shared to the students. And this year, I told to students that you may expect one question from the Indian classical music. So see, we have a question from one of the important personality of the Hindustani classical music, that is Vishnu Digambar Paluskar. So for teaching purpose of what of the Indian classical music, Vishnu Digambar Paluskar, he opened first Gandharva Mahavidyalaya. It was basically a musical college where he opened. Answer is Lahore. See, here I have discussed this in the classroom, and also it is in my notes as well. Pandit Vishnu Paluskar, Vishnu Digambar Paluskar founded Gandharva Mahavidyalaya in Lahore, 1901. Now, next. Question number 79. Asokan inscriptions suggest that Pradesik, Rajuka and Yukta were important officers at the discussed in my classroom, shared my notes, and in that notes, this question or the Pradesik, Rajuka and Yukta are clearly mentioned. So who were Pradesik, Rajuka and Yukta? They were what? District, they were officers associated with the district level administration. Why UPSC has asked this question? Answer is this. See, this year, India adds 6 properties to tentative list for UNESCO's recognition. And one among them was the Asokan Edict site. So I have told to my student that you may expect a question from the important inscriptions, edicts of Asoka, and UPSC has asked a question. So Pradesik, Rajuka and Yukta, they were what officers? Yukta was basically a clerk. Pradesik was the main officer. Rajuka associated with judiciary. So all these were associated with district level administration. Now coming on to the question number 80, consider the following statement in respect of the non-cooperation movement. The Congress declared attainment of Swaraj by all legitimate and peaceful means to be its objective. When it declared attainment of Swaraj by all legitimate and peaceful means, answer is 1920 Nagpur session. In the classroom, I have already told to the students that you should focus on all the important session of the Indian National Congress. So see here, we have Nagpur session 1920. So this statement is correct. Then it was second one, it was to be implemented in stages with civil disobedience and non-payment of taxes for the next stage only if Swaraj did not come within a year and the government resorted to repression. Answer is correct. Mahatma Gandhi made what that we make a goal of attainment of Swaraj within 1 year. If British government does not grant us Swaraj within 1 year, then after that, after 1 year, what we will do? So we will start civil disobedience and non-payment of taxes. That was one of the program of non-cooperation movement. Okay. If British is not paying attention towards our goal, that is attainment of Swaraj, then after 1 year or in the next stage of the non-cooperation movement, we will launch civil disobedience along with non-payment of taxes. So both the statements are correct. So here answer is C. Both 1 and 2. So yes, dear, that was all about from my side, except one question here, except one, that is the question associated with Chauri Chaura incident. All the remaining questions, that is remaining 15 questions, are directly or indirectly came from my classroom. So this is all about from my side. Thank you.